Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and welcome back. We are going to continue on Sid Meier's Railroads. Let's see if I can load the game we had last time. Well, I thought I saved it, but maybe I don't know where I saved it, or I don't know how to save it. All right. Yeah, here it is. Okay. A1. This is our. So it saves, not auto. Over here. All right, we're gonna load this up. We're gonna pause. We were paused last time. We're in January 1851. Again, it's been just 1 year. Um, so we've got about 35,000. I guess we just spent our. We had 39. We just spent our maintenance on our 2 trains, so they're 2,000 apiece. That'd be our 4,000. We don't have a lot. I was looking at this before we got started, so I didn't waste too much of your time just zooming around the map, kind of looking. I think our goal, our short-term goal, is to get connected up to Los Angeles, because they will take our gold and our wine, and that will help generate some profits for expanding track. We'll also put out track to kind of connect some of these other utilities or these sites, to bring in some other pieces to nearby cities, wherever they are, and then we'll try and work on that goal of connecting up Phoenix, Flagstaff, and Las Vegas. We'll just kind of build track bits at a time as we want. The one thing we're going to do, and I think the only thing we really have the funds for right now, is to do some double track here at our city in Yuma. And I wanted to do, I think we're going to do about 30,000 in the double track. And then we just need to connect these in. And hopefully we have enough for that. And of course we don't. So we don't need to connect it on both sides because we can just use it from the one side. So we could do 3,000 and finish that off there. We could connect it up 5,000 on this side. Again, 3,000 is that really short track. That would do it. Again, this will impact speed, among other things. I'd love to get it to that 11,000 right onto that spot there. So maybe let's do that. Because we could do another 6,000 to cut back here, 15,000. Or we could just do the 3,000 shortcut here. I really don't like that. I want to kind of double this track down here further anyways, and then we'll make some crossovers here, I think. So we'll work on, let's see if we can unload this incoming train, get a little bit of cash. Now we've got the 11,000 from it, and we can connect up from here right to here, and that'll let us kind of use both tracks here. We're going to double up, and again, we'll make a crossover here. So for now, that's the extent of our funds. We're going to keep going. We're going to let these trains. All right, and we've got a news event here. I don't know if the time keeps running on this or not. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. It's May 1851. It looks like it might have paused. Okay, so Mayor of San Diego solicits railways. Cash incentive offered for first line to deliver 5 carloads of oil. So like I said, we know Los Angeles will take our stuff. San Diego is interested in that gold and wine as well. So here's another incentive to get over to San Diego. If we can deliver our 5 carloads of oil, we would get a cash prize there as well. So let's click to pause that. Yeah, so it looks like it's still May, so that newspaper pauses. So I'm going to pause again real quick and see what's up here. It looks like there's enough supplies for those two. And then it looks like we're getting enough gold here. I just want to make sure that we're not waiting on too much or have an empty train for any of these. So here we'll see if this actually works out. Our gold train's going to unload here, and then our vineyard should be able to pull in here. All right, so let's pause again. Here we're up to 31,000. It is January of the next year. I'm going to briefly look at our report and just see how they're doing again. So this vineyard train is doing great. It's made 56,000. Adding that second car has made this gold train a little bit profitable at 6,000. Again, the ore is just not worth that much, but the prize is going to come. We can turn it into gold, and we can start exporting that gold and shipping that to other places. So we are okay with this. The other thing we can see in this report that we didn't talk about last time is the time allocation. How much time it's spent on this train on its route doing different things. So 8% waiting. This is a number we want to keep an eye on. This is again if it's that full time. If we wait until the cars are full, this will may go up. Or if they're waiting on other trains to use the tracks, this will go up. And then moving, loading, and unloading, this is kind of productive time is 92%. So that's a really good rate. We've got this where it's at least earning a profit. Again, as these trains get older, every couple of years, I don't know how often, these maintenance costs will go up. So again, we want to keep an eye on that and make sure they continue to be profitable. Again, this waiting 8%, 92% efficiency is pretty good. There's going to be a little bit of waiting time on our trains no matter what. So I think we're happy with that. We can see we've gone back up to kind of our starting point. We're $9 above our starting point. So that's good. And then 1851, our first year, right, we had that big loss. In it, this year, we are looking profitable. So again, I'm paused here. I have that 31,000. I think I want to just lay some more track and again try and start spending some of our cash towards some of our goals on that. So one of the options is now that we have double track, we could they don't have to stay doubled. You can run it off in a different direction. So that's one way to do things. If you want them to be connected, you have to go back to the double track. So one thing we could do, because I do want to keep this going out here, is just run some more double line here. The problem, 30,000 just doesn't get us very far. The other option or thing we consider is upgrading. Oh, it's already fully upgraded, so we can't do that. We could consider buying the smelter. Here you can see how much it costs and its yearly revenue. So it would take us a while to earn that back. And I don't know if that's worth it. At this point, again, when we have some extra cash and some things, we'll do that. So let's look at what we want to do here. We could lay some double track down here to give us a path out this way. But I do want to come up off of this track. I really want to get this other winery in. That's going to be the key to some success here. So let's see. The problem with 30,000, we just can't get enough to get it out here. We really need Looks about 80,000 or so. It would end up with kind of a steep curve, which really kills our speed. We could try it in some different places and see what we get. Again, 80,000, we'd have that 113 kilometer top speed. And that might be cheaper. We could pull it off here, but that's not gonna either save us any money or get us anywhere closer here. Let's see if we kind of went off this way. We're still, that curve is still just steep enough. We're still kind of at we're at 129 kilometers per hour this way. We need some more. So at this point, we can't really expand it in any way, any productive way. So we're just going to unpause here. We're going to try and make a couple more runs. It'll eat up a couple of years, unfortunately. Okay, so that train's doing fine. We might be able to put a third car on our ore. So again, it has 3 supplies. I'm just keeping an eye on this. We have 3 supply by the time we're pulling in to get load up 2. So that looks like we're good on the vineyard. The ore looks like it might be generating just a little bit faster than that. So let's go ahead and not that we want to upgrade the train, we want to go to the route. We're going to add a third car here. Hopefully that will make it just a little bit more profitable. Okay, do that. I think that will give us a good look. Again, we're just barely striking that line. Our maintenance costs are just enough that we kind of run out of money before we get our shipments in. Here we go. Now we've got 3 ore here. Keep an eye on this. Our vineyard is going to be fine. Be nice if we could get a little bit faster trains. Would help speed this up. But again, we're early on in the thing. Yeah, so I think 3 is going to be fine. We're back up to 4 gold here. We're going to fill both of these and have the 1. So I think we've got a good system set up here for our size of our trains. And we're starting to get, we can see it is 1854, but as we're getting these trains pulling in, we're starting to be profitable and we're not really falling behind anymore. So let's pause here in June. We've got 64,000. We needed about 80 to get over to this orchard, and then we need another 60 for another train. So another thing we can do, we've got a lot of a big supply of grapes building up here. We can always add another train on just a route that exists already. It would work with add some congestion and do that. Real quick, I want to go look at our trains report. Oops, trains report. Now that it's just been a couple more years, make sure we're staying profitable. So our efficiency has moved up for both of these now that we doubled that track. They've had enough time to kind of see that. We've gotten some good things. And then we can see the maintenance cost for each one is still 2,000, the weight percent, and then the money. Okay, so we're still doing good. On those. All right, so let's go back. I'd like to stretch this out, get to this winery. Let's go to look at our victories real quick. How many more years? We still have 45 years. We've still got enough time to connect these and ship our gold. I'm also just going to look, out of curiosity here, I'm going to look what it would cost to get us over to Blythe. Would be, about 200,000. Okay. So let's unpause. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get up to 80 or 90,000 without too much time. And then we can get into this vineyard here and again improve our profit margin here, our profitability. So it looks like our maintenance costs just went up. On these to 2,500. All right, May 1855 again. And we've got a new news report. U.S. expands by leaps and bounds. Letter volume increases as new territories annexed. So that tells us we should probably be doing some mail routes. I don't know, and I wonder now if over time, if the needs, the demands, and the supply changes in these cities as they grow. All right, so let's pause here. So we'll keep an eye on that, but let's pause here because we now have our 90,000. It won't be enough to lay the track and get a train, but I think we can at least kind of figure out where we want to lay this track and figure that out. So 113 is a little low on that. We said if we come from about here or so, I think we can get 129. If we curve it out here, that's about 88. Let's see if we get it a little bit further along. Maybe we can keep that 129. So that'd be about 82,000, which gets us right to the vineyard. Question really is, do we want to have a switch and really double this out through here? We could do 80,000. Let's just do that right there. 80,000 gets us that still 129 kilometers per hour, which is faster than our trains can go right now. To buy a train, well, we've got to build the annex too. To buy a train, we need at least 60,000 unless we get a worse engine. Let's see, how much will it be for this annex? 25,000? Okay. So we still need to keep building a little bit more, keep going for some profitability. Now, the one thing to be aware of too as we move forward, right, on pause it so we can get our trains going, this section of track here is now shared, right? So again, that's why I talked about we might double along here. We might extend the double out. All right, so we've got a new engine available too that gets a max speed of 80 kilometers per hour for $60,000, and its preferred cargo is freight. Okay, so let's pause. Let's go look at the engines. See what we have here. So, the preferred passenger is the one we're using. The American, the preferred cargo is passenger. So and this mogul is freight, so I think we get a little bit better performance if we were to change these up here. The problem is it's going to cost us some money. The maintenance cost is about the same. So until this one really, its maintenance starts getting up there on our previous engine, our existing engine, I think we're better to stay where we're at. This train's maintenance is 2,000 still. This one's gone up to 2,500. We can see it's getting its kind of max speed on this stretch here. That's fine. So let's unpause. Let's continue here again. It's now 1856. So we do want to keep an eye out on the time. As well as our funds. All right, let's pause here and let's look at this patent. I just want to pause because we've got the timer and we can be on this. All right, so the Pratt Bridge Truss patent. Halves costs to build bridges. We're going to be building bridges, just one right now. Later on, we'll be building a lot more. But again, in 10 years, this will become public domain. I don't know that it's worth grabbing right now, especially because we don't have the actual money, and I don't really want to go in debt on just a patent that probably isn't gonna pay off. I really don't know how much the cost of a bridge is. Maybe we can find that out here real quick. So yeah, it looks like that short bridge that we would need there, something like that, be about 25,000. So we'd save 12,000, but spend 50,000, and that may be the only bridge we build for a while. So I think we're just not going to bid on this. We're going to let it go to the public. All right. Let's pause here. Again, that's still going. We have enough now to put our depot out here. And really the question is just kind of where do we want to put it? What looks pretty? That looks good. So we've got now a new little station here. And then the next thing will be to get to 60,000 for a train. Now for our new train, we will get that freight train out over here. And do that. Another option we could do, we didn't really talk about, could have been to try and connect these vineyards straight through. So you pick up some here, add some more cars at this one, and then drop them all off and be more efficient. That's something we might do for like the oil here. If I'm thinking we'll come off of Blythe here, and then we'll have another run that swoops here to get these oils in. We might do that. For these ones, I'm just gonna make them two standalone trains. All right. We've almost got the funds there. It's going to cost us a little bit in our maintenance. Hopefully, within our first 10 years, we can get, because it's May 1858 right now, we can get this second train running, start working on some of those longer goals. So again, our gold is looking good. Our vineyard is producing a little bit more. Again, if this train was faster and we upgrade that, then we can keep an eye on that. All right, as soon as this next one comes in, I think we can get the new train out over here. And so once he unloads and we've got it, we'll pause. We've got 80,000 here. So I want to go ahead and add a train. I'm going to do just 2 for now. Again, it's got a big chunk here. We'll keep an eye on that. We can always adjust it. It's going to go from the Yuma Grape Company to Yuma, where it's going to take off some cars. Okay. And it's going to be a normal priority. We're going to double check, but we're going to take the Mogul. It is a little bit more maintenance to begin with, but it has that preferred cargo of freight, so its maximum speed with freight is a little bit higher, as we'll see. So we're going to take that. It's the same cost as the other one, and we'll be a little bit more productive. Hit OK. And now I'm going to let us run here. We're going to see what happens at this shared space here. I know we're going to have some delays at some point. I don't know how important that's going to be. We'll look at our waiting time and that. How important it's going to be to work that out versus spending money on tracks going other places. So here you can see this train's loading. All right, he's moving in on this track while he's going to load. And it may take a couple of cycles before they kind of run into each other or they hit that bottleneck. So I just want to keep an eye on that. All right, so the train's been stopped here. This guy up here has been stopped here until he got through. So yeah, we did lose a little bit of efficiency on that. It is April 1860 now. And then again, we could, if this guy gets on this track and comes in here, then our gold could be delayed. But we'll see. He's going to be waiting here. All right, and this is where I think we're going to end up with a problem. No, okay, they're able to pass. He's far enough back, even though the visual doesn't look like it, that they're able to pass and do that. All right, let's pause here because it's January 1861. And look through a couple of things. Let's look at our trains report. Okay, so that maintenance is catching up. He was at 100,000 profitability over 5 years. This just shows us our average for 5 years. Look at our maintenance here. Yeah, so this one here is getting, his maintenance is getting up a little bit on this first vineyard out there. We'll want to keep an eye on that. I don't think it's time to upgrade him yet. I don't know how frequently the maintenance gets paid. I don't know if it's every month or not. The other thing we can see is our wait time. So our Mogul is 87% active, 13% waiting, waiting a little bit. The other vineyard, 98. And our ore now is up to 100% efficiency. So he's doing fine down there by himself. Okay. And don't have any industries, don't have any patents. We still have 38 years left. Our company is definitely going up. Our stocks are worth a little bit more. And we've had some profitable years. Again, we had that big investments. We've spent a lot of our money that we keep getting, but we've got to keep kind of growing to meet our goals. All right, so we're about 57,000 cash. We do have a little bit of a bottleneck here. Let's look about if we added double track. like say here to here. Again, if we add double track, we do have to loop it in. We could add just a third station here, but at that point we could have just built this as its own. I don't know that I want to do that. We might lay double track through here, just because we can then pull it off to go up that way. But we don't need our oil to come down here, so I don't know that that's worth it. Because we do want to go from here up over to Blythe. About 240,000 on that. All right. So again, we just were trying to figure out if we want to increase this or fix this efficiency here on this bottleneck. So, and one thing we could do is lay just a little bit of double track. Tie it in. Here, I think this works. Let me see. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. Okay. So one thing we could do is make it a elevated piece here. I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to try this, and I think this will work here. We're going to put a short piece of double here. Then we're going to connect it through there. And connect I think we can connect it. If I get this right, I think we can connect it in here. I want to get it to cross back over, and I know there's a way to do it. And it just doesn't like that. Okay. So one thing we do want to do is we want to get this, wow, this is going to go up over here eventually for Blythe. We're also going to cross back about over here. So let's do that. Again, this hopefully will clear up some of our clog in this. So let's unpause. See what this does. And then again, we'll figure out, I know there's a way to get this to cross over the other way. So here we go. This is where we get that Yeah, that should work. But now we're getting some clogging here with this guy, which is fine. We're going to expand this in Yuma down here as well. Okay, 1862. Grape prices jump. Okay, so our grape prices are going to go up. That's going to produce us more money here. This is good. This is interesting. These trains are kind of competing for resources here as far as the track. This is, I think, improved our overall efficiency. I am going to need to add a third set of tracks here for our train, or switch back here. But that's not super critical. Let's see, we're going to try and get connected up to Blythe here. Okay, let's actually... because I want to run this... yeah, about to there, just to increase that efficiency, and then we're going to get... a crossover there. Okay. That should help with our efficiency. Because we're here, again, this is where that crossover was. I want to see how far we can get. Up here. So we need about 198, about 200 still to get up to Blythe. So let's... was that Blythe? Yeah, it's Blythe. Let's keep going here, seeing how these work. These crossovers and these switchbacks are kind of the tricky part. You just have to make sure you can get from the different tracks to where you need to go. And we see we still have a little bit of a delay in some of these as we're all using these, but again, it has improved pretty significantly here. All right, we now have over 200, so let's go ahead and lay this track, run this over to Blythe. So that just significantly increases the price. There we go, about 192. Then we just want to get an idea, because what I'd like to do, what I might do is wrap this around and bring this south to San Diego, and then have a stretch straight up to Las Vegas or Los Angeles here, and up wrap around. Again, that really steep curve is gonna, give us some problems. But that's pretty good for us right now. Again, Blythe wants oil. It doesn't have anything. Let's see. That winery has gone up. The costs of things definitely go up as their profitability goes up. So we can't do those. We don't have a train. The other thing we're going to want to do is go through our refineries here. So if we do that, again, this is going to be our straight shot. We'll fix that here in a little bit. And you can see we're starting to get a lot of tracks. I'm going to build a depot here, or an annex right there, so that we can start to deliver some oil. And again, where our time is going, it's a little stressful. We've got plenty of grapes here. We're doing pretty good. It's just they stockpiled so many, I think, is where we're running into some issues. All right, so we're getting a good profitability. So yeah, we still have this little bit of a bottleneck here. All right, so Yuma did grow. Our city, Yuma grew to be a city. So that's good. I want to pause real quick because we have that 85,000. I want to build a station here, or at least a little depot. And in just a little bit, we'll have enough to get another train going to bring our oil from the drill here to Blythe. We'll do that, and then we'll again try and get down to San Diego. And we've still got to try and connect our other 3 cities over here. We've got, I think, 35 years to do it, so still a decent amount of time. So let's unpause. Let's keep running our trains. All right, so we got a new engine. 4.6 10-wheeler. 97 kilometers per hour, so it's a little bit faster, and its preferred cargo is passenger, and it's a little bit more expensive. All right, so that's interesting. We like that. It's January now, 1986. I want to pause here at January. I wanted to go look at my train reports and see our wait time. It was really not bad. It's still minimal on this. If we keep these under 10%, I think we're doing fine. The maintenance on the Americans is going up a little bit, along with that Mogul. This is the mining one. It's just not going to be extremely profitable ever, which is fine. The other ones are still doing okay. And then the other thought I had here in Yuma now, since it grew, we could build a new industry. It would be 500,000, so I wanted to see how much that would be if we wanted to try and maybe bring oil down here as well. But I think we're just going to stick to doing it up through Blythe for right now. So you can see we kind of built up, I guess, on the other side here. The city will build around the tracks. And our gold supply is definitely growing. We might put another car on this train. All right, so we've got another auction here for a Palace car patent, passenger delivery bonus. We're not really doing passenger stuff right now. We're doing a lot of freight, so I think we're gonna again let that one go. I think we're gonna pause though. We do have enough now to get this train, so let's set up a route from here. We'll add 2 cars, and then we'll go to the Blythe Depot, remove these cars. The question is really, do we want the 10-wheeler? It does have a faster speed, but it's got a higher cost, a higher maintenance cost, and we're not going that far. I don't think the speed's that important. So let's save a little bit with getting the mogul. We'll hit OK. And then let's see how much farther maybe we can get this track. Up to here will be, another 80,000 or so. Maybe 75 if we cut it well. Okay. So we're going to start getting a little bit more going. We're running, time definitely is running. We want to think about our goal again of getting that gold delivered. Getting to Phoenix, Flagstaff, and Las Vegas. We're going to bring down this track here. We're going to bring this one around here. Perhaps all the way just to San Diego, get that gold delivered, which would significantly raise our income. So again, if we took it from here, it's quite a bit to get all the way to San Diego. All right, so let's unpause. We'll let that patent go. Let's get some oil going. See how our profitability does. On this, that ticking stresses me out, but I know it's just for the patent that we're ignoring. All right, so let's pause. Let's look at that patent, though. No patents have become available yet. I don't remember what that last one was. It was definitely somewhere. All right. So now we can either extend. We have 124,000. We got some options here. I think what we're going to do is go for profits right now. Just increase our raw profit. Kind of get our bottom line. I don't want to build a bridge. I'm trying to get this into a spot that will get it to us kind of relatively cheap. All right. And I see it there. Maybe 75 is the best I can do. 74, that looks good. Okay. It's going to be the end of the road there. Should fill that out there. And we're going to build an annex here. And then we're going to go ahead and unpause, build those things, go to this train, and modify its route. Okay, so we're going to add Blythe drilling. Actually, we're going to delete. We're going to add Blythe drilling. It's going to have 2 cars. Then it's going to go to the second Blythe drilling, add 2 cars, and then it's going to go to the depot and remove its cars. All right. So that'll produce oil. That's going to produce the goods. And then we can start worrying about getting connected. Again, we'll get this path up through here. I think this is the plan. Again, we're going to stretch this out through here, come around Phoenix here up to Flagstaff, and then back over to Vegas. Up our kind of our south to north route, the loop back, and then we'll build out from Blythe down to San Diego to sell that gold. And then we'll go San Diego to Los Angeles, up to Las Vegas, and connect them here. And we can kind of see what that is going to look like in our mind, at least. All right, so let's do that. We just need to get these passengers going. We don't have, let's see, a lot, just because we're here. Nope, that's already that way. I want to look at doing this. Oh, there's switchback here. And I know it's doable. We just have to do it in a very specific way. And if you do it wrong, it's bad. And I've got to work on that. I got to remember how to get it back across here, because you got to cross all these tracks. But we'll worry about that here in a minute. Otherwise, they're not all accessible. All the stations aren't accessible. All right, so let's unpause. Let's see if this guy can make the climb all the way up there. Again, you'll notice he's gonna oh, he's gotten his 4 here. He's gotten some oil. Let's see, maybe he won't make it all the way back to that first one. It's producing some good funds. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, he just had to adjust his route and learn. So he goes uphill. It's a little slow. Should get 2 cases here, or 2 cars of oil crude here. Move on, pick up 2 more here. There we go. And then unload it all. And we've got a nice little economy going at this point. All right, so we're getting gold, we're getting grapes, we're making wine, we're getting oil up here, making goods. All right, let's pause here. It's now January 1870. It's been 20 years. I want to look at my train report and see. Again, this is my gold's train. He's just going to be there. My vineyard trains are doing good. My oil train is doing good. I don't yet have any industries. We'll probably work on getting some of those. Again, right now we've got 29 years. We've done 20. So 40% of our time, we've got to get some of that gold delivered down to San Diego. And then we're going to work on building our track around there. So I think we're going to pause here. We're going to go ahead and save it and end here. Next time we pick up, we're going to just keep our economy running and just work on expanding our track, start getting things connected, and then we'll work on adding some more routes, expanding the growth, and trying to maybe buy some industries, get some product profits off of there. So let me go ahead and save. Uh, Save. Okay. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Again, leave any comments if you want to see anything specific. You got some ideas or whatever. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.